welcome to Carmen's Australian Storytime. Today I decided I would read a book to you from Hamilton's beautiful gardens, and it's called Angelina's Dance of Friendship, and it's an Angelina Ballerina book. Let's see what the blurb has to say. When Anya comes to stay for the summer, Angelina is thrilled, until Anya starts getting all the attention. Can Angelina overcome her jealousy and be a good friend to Anya? I wonder. Oh, there they are doing a dance together. I'm very curious. What do you think this dance is about? Let's see. Well done, my darlings, exclaimed Miss Lily at the end of ballet class. Now, before you go, I have some news. The Mouslings gathered around Miss Lily. I'm sure you remember Anya Masowski, who visited us from Dekovia last year, said Miss Lily. Anya is coming to Chipping Cheddar this summer to learn ballet. Oh, Alice, Angelina squealed as she grabbed her best friend's paws and spun her in a circle. Isn't that wonderful? That evening, Angelina pleaded with her mother to let Anya stay at their house for the summer. Please, Mum, said Angelina. She won't be any trouble. Of course she won't, said Miss Mousling. But where will she sleep? In my room, Angelina chattered. Dad will move another bed in, won't you, Dad? She tugged her father's arm gently. Mr. Mousling set down his newspaper. It'll be a tight squeeze, he said thoughtfully. And it's for a long time, added Mrs. Mousling. But Angelina was determined. I don't mind, she insisted. I want to share my room. Angelina's room was a bit crowded with 2 beds, but Angelina was too excited to care. We're going to have the best summer ever, she said, when Anya finally arrived. We'll share everything. Angelina tucked Anya's books beside her own on the windowsill. She cleared some space on the nightstand for Anya's picture of her parents, and she pulled a pink tutu out of her closet for Anya to wear to ballet class. Thanks, Angelina, said Anya, but I've never done ballet before. What if I don't fit in? Angelina put her arm around her new friend. Don't worry, Anya, she said. I'll look after you. I promise. At ballet class the next day, Anya worked very hard to follow Angelina's steps. You dance so well, Anya, exclaimed Alice when the music ended. It's as if you've been doing ballet for ages. When Miss Lily asked the Mouslings to choose partners to make up a special dance, Angelina was worried. Would Alice be hurt if Angelina danced with Anya? But Alice didn't mind at all, and Anya had a wonderful idea. She and Angelina would dance the story of the Kingfishers. It's a Dekovian dance, she explained, about 2 kingfishers who are good friends and stay together their whole lives. How lovely, said Miss Lily, a dance of friendship. She pulled the 2 Mouslings into a warm embrace. Angelina and Anya practiced their special dance every day at ballet class. Anya's steps had become as graceful as Angelina's. Anya, you are doing so well, said Miss Lily when the partners finished their dance. Then Miss Lily pulled Angelina aside. The Dekovian ballet is coming to the Theatre Royal again, said Miss Lily. I think it's a good idea for me to invite Anya this year, don't you? Anya was terribly disappointed. Miss Lily always took her to the Dekovian ballet. It wasn't fair. Yes, Miss Lily, was all Angelina could say. Good then, said Miss Lily, patting Angelina's shoulders, and tell your mother I'm looking forward to dinner tonight. That evening everyone fussed over the Dekovian dinner that Anya had helped to prepare. I'm going to show Mrs. Mousling how to make cheese soufflé too, Anya said to Miss Lily, who sat across the table from her. Angelina sighed and played with her food. She wished she could think of something else to talk about. Then she spotted the kingfisher costumes hanging in the corner. What do you think of our costumes, Miss Lily? Angelina said brightly. They're beautiful, said Miss Lily. Anya is learning ballet so fast, she said to Mrs. Mousling. Soon she'll apply to the Dekovian Ballet Company. Anya, thought Angelina miserably. Why wouldn't everyone stop talking about Anya? Uh-oh, she is getting a bit jealous now. After dinner, Angelina found Anya sitting in the dark bedroom staring at the picture of her parents. She looked lonely, and for a moment Angelina felt sorry for her. Then Angie realized where Anya was sitting. Hey, that's my bed, Angelina snapped. Anya jumped off the bed in surprise. Oh, she said, but I thought we were sharing everything. I'm not so sure now, said Angelina. Jealous, angry words tumbled out of her mouth. I'm tired of hearing about how talented you are, Angelina cried, and how great Decovia is. Maybe you should just have stayed there. Uh-oh. When Angelina awoke the next morning, she was feeling very sorry for the way she had acted. But when she turned to apologize to Anya, Angelina saw that Anya's bed was empty. Angelina raced downstairs to the kitchen. Have you seen Anya? Angelina asked her mother desperately. No, said Mrs. Mouseling. Isn't she in your room? Angelina rushed out the front door without answering, but the sound of the ringing telephone called her back. Oh, hello, Miss Lily, said Mrs. Mouseling into the receiver. Anya's at your house? Good gracious, I had no idea. Angelina sat, her head hung low in Miss Lily's parlour. She was too ashamed to look at Miss Lily. I'm very disappointed in you, said Miss Lily. How would you like to be away from your parents for such a long time? I wouldn't, Angelina answered in a small voice. Oh, I've been so horrid to Anya. Please, may I see her and apologise? Of course you may, said Miss Lily. She disappeared down the hall, and Angelina waited nervously in the parlour. But when Miss Lily returned, Anya wasn't with her. I'm sorry, said Miss Lily gently, but Anya doesn't wish to see you. Perhaps you can speak to her at ballet class. Angelina's heart sank. Would Anya ever forgive her? At ballet class, Angelina spotted Anya across the room talking with William. Angelina took a deep breath. It's pretty hard to do this, to go and apologise to someone. But Anya wasn't happy to see Angelina. I don't want to dance with you, Anya said crossly. I'm dancing with Alice. After class, a very sad Angelina trudged home beside Alice. I just wish she'd let me apologise, said Angelina. Alice felt terrible. I wish I could help, she said. Anya wants to practice with me down by the river wearing your costumes so that we'll feel like real kingfishers. Angelina stopped in her tracks and smiled thoughtfully. Now she knew just how to apologise to Anya. Oh, I think I know what she's up to. Can you think what she's going to do? Angelina dressed in her kingfisher costume and hurried down to the river. Anya was already there. Hi, Alice, Anya called. Angelina breathed a sigh of relief as she took her starting position. Anya didn't recognise her, so she's dressed up in costume. On the count of 3, the mouselings began to dance across the grassy riverbank. They fluttered apart and then swooped back together, just like real kingfishers. They dipped low and rose up again, wings outstretched. When the dance ended, Angelina pulled off her mask. I'm sorry, Anya, she whispered anxiously, hoping Anya wouldn't be angry that she had been fooled. Anya was silent for a moment, and then she burst into tears. I'm sorry too, she cried. She threw her arms open wide, and the two friends hugged each other tightly. Because friends should always be able to say sorry and make it right. That's what good friends are. Angelina and Anya sat together in a bus seat, chattering excitedly. Wasn't the prince amazing, said Angelina. Oh, yes, said Anya. Thank you, Miss Lily. It was the best show I've ever seen. Miss Lily, who was seated behind the two mouselings, leaned forward. And to think, she said, that my darling Angelina believed she wasn't going to the Decovia Ballet this year, when I had 3 tickets all along. That evening, Anya started packing her things for tomorrow she would return home. She handed the pink tutu to Angelina. Oh, no, Angelina insisted. Keep it. What's mine is yours, remember, she said warmly. And this time, Angelina really meant it. And there they are, doing their kingfisher dance. Well, that was a pretty good ending, because it's okay to get mad at people, but the best way to deal with things is to face up to them and apologise, which she was eventually allowed to do, because sometimes people are still pretty upset about it and you've got to give them some time. Thank you for joining me on Carmen's Australian Storytime in this beautiful place. Let me show you. Oh, I've been sitting on the rocks. It's not very comfortable. Okay. This is the beautiful Victorian garden that I've been sitting in. And it's so lovely and quiet. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to reading to you again soon. Bye for now.